So yeah, what was the big inspiration behind reading that book, And do you read books a lot? Do you still read or, Because I was working that Excusicitis I sent you earlier. I don't know what you felt about that, but that Magic of Thinking Big book is awesome, and I got ways that you can get that in your hands. After the show, let me know if you want to, chat with me on how to get hold of that Magic of Thinking Big, because that's another awesome book. And I based my show Excusicitis on that book. I haven't read a whole thing yet, but it did, teach me a few things. One, I am what I think about. If I believe I can succeed, and I did, I can cure myself of the fear of failure, do what I fear, and fear disappears. And it does. Think and dream creatively, stretch my mind a little bit, see what I can be, not just what is. Make my attitude into allies, broadcast good news. Broadcast good news. Spreaker. Hello, Boss Ladies Radio Show. Yes. Turn defeat into victory. There is a good side to every situation. That's why, you're thinking on negative when there's a positive waiting for you to give you some peace on the other side. And it sure did. A goal is a dream acted upon. Use goals to help you grow. And this did teach me how to help use those goals just in 2 chapters. I ain't even done with it, like I said. And finally, help me think like a leader, man, and be lifted to success by those around me. So, Mr. Proper says, it almost feels like it's your destiny. The idea of being your own author of your world, having the ability to tap into your zone and desires, aligning every element in your life towards that goal. Exactly! Exactamundo, man! Where you been all my life, Mom? This is awesome, man. Next show. I just want to get these shows out the way. I ain't trying not to collaborate on it because he got some good points here. So yeah, the next one is he or she wifey or hubby material in the Boss Up Relationship series? I think I'm going to separate that from all the rest. And stop licking your wounds is the next one. The next one is I'm the same, on or off Facebook. And then be careful. Don't overestimate others while underestimating yourself. And finally, if I don't add anything else, how to get rid of I don't know spirit. And then, of course, we have a spirituality series that's going to be awesome. And that will be on Sundays at 6. And I will inbox people and let them know, or I'll announce it on my Facebook wall, my Twitter, and YouTube notifications. I just did Don't Let Just Anybody Minister to Your Spirit. That was last week Sunday. So if you haven't checked that out, that is pre-recorded. It's called Don't Let Just Anybody Minister to Your Spirit. That also goes with negativity in the church, in your spirituality. Yes, that's going to be it. Okay, Mr. Proper says, you are awesome. I see your intent. Hashtag inspiring. Oh, thank you. You're too kind. You're too kind. I'm just super fired up, man. I finally found what I was dreaming about all these years. I'll tell you a little bit of my story, Mr. Proper. I started broadcasting in 1987. 1987. Wow, what a long time ago. I would have never thought I'd be sitting here 2017, 1987. I was a little girl back in those days. Listening to hip hop, recording, arguing with the artist that was playing on the radio and taping over cassette tapes. You remember the cassette tape series in life? Where you would make sure that you fix the tape with a little scotch tape and you turn it. And then you might wring it all out at one time. I used to get mad when my little sister used to come in here and take all the brown stuff out. Yeah, So, you know, 1987, man. And I had to go back to that, and it took me getting into, you know, entrepreneurship to kind of go back to dreaming again. Because, you know, as kids, we dream a lot. Oh, when I grow up, I want to be, and oh, when I grow up, I want to be whatever, you know, and formulate how we communicate and group up with other kids that felt the same way. We need to get back to that as adults and use our imagination. And who would have thought that my talking self, cassette tapes, mom about to beat me down about messing with her music, because, you know, music was in my house all the time. From blues to jazz to rock and roll to country music, R&B, hip-hop, rock, pop, everything. Like, still got the vinyl records. You know what I'm talking about? So, I said from Lionel Richie to Eddie Murphy albums. I'm serious. Like, for real. Like, it's serious up in here with that music. So, when you was messing with a cassette tape you had no business messing with, guess what? It was your boutique. So, you know, yeah, appreciate that, man. Appreciate you coming out and everything. The next one in the spirituality series, while I wait on his answer here. The fight is spiritual, not physical. That's going to be good. Who is God? The next one. Renew your mind before you get saved is the next one. God told me to lead is the next one. Social misfit is the next one. One loyal friend is another one. They hurt me, he healed me is the other one. And finally, learning to own your no so my yes can be more valuable. Those are the next shows coming up for season 1. Okay, done with that. So yes, if you're not on by now, please step on into the chat room. Jump in at any time. And Mr. Proper says, and we stop dreaming such thoughts. Life can create that type of pressure. Yes, that ugly middle. That ugly, ugly middle. Oh my God, Mr. Proper. I had a ugly middle between 87 and 2017. Boy, was it rough. The responsibilities of life and discovering life as it is. And learning and making mistakes and falling flat on your face. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. But when the tough get going, what the tough people do? Tough people get going. Because I wanted it that bad. And I kept doing it. And kept doing it. Breaking equipment. Spending money I didn't have. Spending somebody else's money they didn't have. Thank you. You know. People came and went. Having families. Not having families. You know, you have a family, then you bury them. You know, all that stuff. That ugly middle. Grinding it out. Exactly. Grinding it out. Going to college. Going to graduate high school. Trying to get through all the stages. But those are levels of influence. That formed my story. And now that's why I'm able to be comfortable in my skin. To tell everybody, you know, keep dreaming. Keep doing what you need to do. Don't stay focused. You know, let's get focused, let's get ready. That's why I say that, because life can get you off focus. Distractions come and, you know, naysayers and haters or whatever. And we all got a way we handle all of that. But it's how you think about it at the end of the day. And that was the most powerful thing by being on this journey that I learned, is just how I thought about everything. If I thought then how I thought now, man, but I wasn't ready. Now I'm ready. And now I can see the results that I was pushing for when I wasn't ready. You know, because you take a break. And you take a break longer than you should. And then you take another break. So, you know. So, I don't want to keep y'all long. We almost in 40. So, on that note, quote for the day. Leadership Tip says at Leadership Tweets, nothing happens unless first a dream. Carl Sandburg. Leadership Tips at Leadership Tweets also says, begin with the end in mind. Stephen Covey. The Coming of Ministry at Pastor McGardle says, whoever claims to be in the light but hates others is still in the dark. 1 John 2:9. Wow. Powerful. Powerful. From the Bible, That was powerful right there. I'm sorry. Let me read that again. Whoever claims to be in the light but hates others is still in the dark. Huh. Looks like some leadership is in the Bible too. The territory. What did you say, Mr. Papa? It comes with territory of maturity. I know that. Exactly. Leadership Tips and Leadership Tweets. There is no great success without great commitment. Just like you said, Mr. Proper, grind it out. And Leadership Tips again. Choose a job you love. You will never have to work a day in your life. Confucius. You want to act stupid. Go over there. Thank you. Stay in your lane. Leadership. Hopes doesn't guarantee anything. Hard work does. Oh, yeah. It's like planting seeds, I agree with that. And finally, my last two, because I'll be all night doing this. Gordon Tregold says, I can shake off everything as I write. My sorrows disappear. My courage is reborn. Anne Frank. #writing. And finally, Leadership Tip says, do not settle for less than an extraordinary life. I like that, Mr. Proper. You said music is my love, my baby mama, my baby daddy, the love of my life, my soulmate, my therapist, my lawyer, my confidant, my spokesperson, everything. But can't forget our Father is first. So that's how it goes. Any last remarks, Mr. Proper, before we exit the building for the night? However, I do have kiddies I have to get up in the morning for school, so I don't want to be too late. So I thought since I can extend 15-minute shows, that's how I started off, to 30-minute shows. Is there any remarks that you want to leave before I go? He said all that or what I just said, or just all what is said, because we do that here on the Boss Ladies Live radio show. Yeah, so, any last remarks, you can still comment below. I'm in the chat room always. Not always like live or anything, but like if you want to leave comments and I'm not on the air or nothing like that, if you're attached to the app, and if you haven't gotten it yet, you guys, like, what are you waiting for? Spreaker.com, Boss Ladies Radio Show. Okay? Get that app today. And maybe, if you don't want to hear me do all the talking, start your own podcast. Mr. Proper. I love it. If feels good, you know, when you can do something you love, like Confucius said, you know, do what you love and you don't have to work a day in your life. I might be tired, exhausted, ready to go to bed, but I'm excited.